Hey, what's up, everybody? I am back live once again, thanking you for tuning in to my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. This is yet another episode, and I'm grateful to be here. This is episode 197 of 365. Today is Sunday, day 1 of the week, in which we always discuss pillar number 1 of 7. Pillar number 1 is awareness and mindfulness. Awareness and mindfulness. So, as we get ready to kick this off, I got people I need to thank. First of all, my front row seat season ticket holders, my wife, Lisa Hollingshed. What's up, babe? My brother, AJ Arthur Hollingshed. I appreciate you, man. If you're watching this on repeat, thank you so much. I appreciate the repeat love. It is a blessing to me. Also, this episode can be seen in its entirety on my YouTube channel, along with all my other episodes that are already uploaded on YouTube and ready for your viewing pleasure. So I'm asking you to like, subscribe, share, be a blessing to someone else with these videos. Also, Keith Staples, I appreciate you for watching. One of my fire chiefs of Memphis, Chief Keith Staples, I appreciate you, man. All right, let's go. Let's get into this awareness and mindfulness. On today, I'm going to share with you 3 ways you can achieve mindfulness without meditation. 3 ways you can achieve mindfulness without meditation. I've talked to a lot of people and surveyed and asked them questions about their meditation habits, or is it even hard for them to meditate? And a lot of them find that meditation is very difficult for them because it's hard for them to focus on one thing for so long. A lot of them, they may try too early, or they jump out too early and too far. They may say, I'll try to do, tonight I'm going to meditate an hour. Well, have you been meditating for at least, 5 minutes a day or 1 minute a day? They said, no, I'm going to start off with an hour. I said, how many times have you done that? Oh, several times. I start and stop. There's no consistency because they start out too long, way too early. So in their meditation practice, when they're practicing awareness and mindfulness, it's difficult for them. And a lot of other people have a hard time with the meditation aspect of awareness and mindfulness. So I'm going to share with you today 3 ways you can achieve mindfulness without a meditation practice. Now, I got this from I was scrolling through some YouTube videos on mindfulness, and I came across this from a young lady called Renee. Affectionately, she is called Nay. So Renee, I want to say in this video, thank you so much. I got to give you your props. This is your information that I'm willing to share because you shared it so willingly. Now, here we go. Method number 1. She calls it focus and she calls it a focus exercise. But me, I put focus and concentration in the same bucket. Now, the focus exercise that's described is you pick a random object in the room where you are. Or if you're in a car and you're not driving, just pick a random object. Any object, doesn't matter what it is. And if you can take that object, if it's something tangible you can hold in your hand, please go do so. Get the object, hold it in your hand. Now, when it's in your hand, you focus on it. Then you shift your focus to concentration. And you concentrate on that object with all your 5 senses. And when you're concentrating on that object with all 5 of your senses, there are no senses left to be distracted to take your mind in other places. So if you focus on that one object, let's say you pick up a tennis ball, okay? Pick up a tennis ball. Now, hold the tennis ball in your hand. Look at it. Feel the texture of it. Kind of squeeze it, feel how rigid or how soft or how hard it is. And feel the texture of it, how soft it is on the outside, but how firm it is when you try to squeeze it. You're examining how it feels. Does it have a smell? Apply your sense of smell. Try to smell the tennis ball. See what it smells like. Does it smell like it came straight from the factory? Does it smell like the inside of the tennis ball can where the tennis balls are purchased from? So does that tennis ball have a smell? You're looking at it, so you're already getting the sight of it. Now, I don't want you to taste the tennis ball, but here's the thing. Once you smell the tennis ball, it's going to initiate a sense of taste. Your taste buds will awaken once you smell something, because it's trying to depict what is going on. What do you have? It's just another way of your mind trying to figure out what is it that you are fully immersing yourself in. So go ahead and get a good whiff or smell the tennis ball, because when you do that, it's going to ignite a sense of taste. It's going to put a certain taste in your mouth without licking the tennis ball, okay? Don't do that. So, and once you do that, just trying to picture in your mind, get an appreciation for the tennis ball. Think about the tennis ball's purpose. What does it do? How does it provide a source of entertainment? Or how does it provide a source of exercise? Or how does it provide a challenge for you, a mental challenge as far as you playing the game? This tennis ball has a lot of purposes. It serves a lot of purposes, and it's created in such a manner, the lines on a tennis ball. Just think about, why are they curved like they are? Just examine the tennis ball with all 5 of your senses, and then start to appreciate the tennis ball. You start to appreciate the tennis ball and just appreciate it for what it is. That's the focus and concentration exercise. And when you do that, all 5 of your senses, as I have explained in past videos in the past weeks, when you focus, you're using one of your 5 senses. You're looking with your eyes. You're looking with your eyes at the object. And that's all you're doing is looking. Your ears are still open to hear something else. And your sense of smell is still open to be distracted by something else. Your sense of taste, your sense of feel, all of that is still open to be distracted by something else. But if you would tune in all 5 of your senses, just like in this focus and concentration exercise, tune in all 5 of your senses onto an object like that tennis ball we just described. That will help you obtain mindfulness without meditation. Doesn't have to be a tennis ball. It can be any object, but just learn to appreciate it with your 5 senses and appreciate the purpose that object serves. Now, number 2, exercise number 2 on how to achieve mindfulness without meditation. Renee calls this one a body scan. A body scan. Now, what she does is she lays down flat on her back, on the floor, on the bed, whatever comfortable surface you have, and you close your eyes and you simply do a body scan. What you are doing with the body scan is the same thing you did with the tennis ball, but you are taking parts of your body. You are scanning your entire body from your head, top of your head, to the sole of your feet. And when I say top of your head to the sole of your feet, I want you to do that from the top of your head to the sole of your feet. When you lie down, you can start with your hair. If you have no hair, start with the skin on your head. How the skin, and when you start with the skin, you've picked that object. Once you've picked that object, you actually include or incorporate your 5 senses: sight, touch, smell, taste, and hearing. Incorporate all those into that one object, the top of your head, and think about that. Put that and focus on the top of your head. If you focus on the top of your head, a lot of people don't know that we lose most of our body heat through the top of our head. That's why the top of your head is always warm. If you put your hand up there, it's warm. So we lose most of our body heat from the top of our head. So that's something you could think about. Why is that? Incorporate your sense of feeling, your sense of touch. I just did it for you. It's warm up there. Why is that? How is that? How does it make you feel? What is that experience like? When it's hard to see, just look at it and see it. Feel it. You want to incorporate all of your 5 senses into that one part of your body. When you're done with that, come on down. You got your forehead. You can use your forehead as another object. At the same time, what I'm saying is it's a body scan, a full body scan. But once you immerse all 5 of your senses into the object you are focusing and concentrating on, what you are doing is leaving yourself no chance to be distracted by anything else outside of yourself, or anything else outside of using your 5 senses to focus on that one thing. So, before I go on to number 3, let me go over the definition of mindfulness. Mindfulness, the definition I like to use is the definition I like to use is actually being observant of everything around you, of the actions and events going on or unfolding around you, as you yourself are part of an unfolding event. And one example of that is kind of like you at the parade. You are observing the parade go by, but you are not involved. It's the act of observing intensely. And when you intensely observe, all 5 of your senses are there. And when all 5 of your senses are in one place, you are present in the moment. That moment, you are right there. You are present in the moment. So the same thing with the tennis ball and the focus and concentration. The same thing with the body scan that I'm going over now. You're going from head to toe, your body scan. We went over the top of the head. You can go from there to your forehead. From your forehead, your eyes or your eyelids or your eyebrows. Come down to your nose, your cheeks, your lips. Get a full appreciation. Don't just stop with your 5 senses, but think of the purpose of these items or the body parts that you're talking about. They serve a purpose. How do they serve a purpose? How do they benefit? Get a greater appreciation for what they are and what they do for you. Things that we take for granted and never think about. Okay, my last action item to achieve mindfulness without meditation is called immersion. Full immersion. Now, with this immersion, you are taking a simple task that you do every day and you're going to change it up. You're just going to change it up. When I was listening to the author of this, Renee, and she was talking about some methods that she has used. She has taken a simple task like driving to work every day. What she would do, she would drive to work a different route every day, just to be more observant of where she is and getting there a different way. It's a learning experience. Not just that. There's something else you can do. You can brush your teeth. You brush your teeth every day. But try brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand. When you brush your teeth with your non-dominant hand, certain things are going to happen. You're going to be observing certain things you didn't observe before. You're going to be more cautious. You're going to be more careful. When you're brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand, you're going to be more observant of your strokes that you're using to brush your teeth. I'm right-handed. However, should I use my left hand to brush my teeth, when I do that, I'll be more observant, like, okay, am I making my strokes with my left hand like I do with my right hand? Are they, not only are the strokes the same, but are they effective? Am I getting my gum line correctly? Can I do it as well with my left hand as I do it with my right hand? You're going to pay attention to a lot of things, but when you're focusing and concentrating that intensely on your brush strokes, or you're thinking about your gum line, you're thinking about everything, the feeling of the toothbrush in your mouth. You're looking at the way it's in your mouth. You're looking at the way you're holding your hand. You're hearing, does this even sound the same with my left hand as it does with my right hand? So even the taste in your mouth, does your brushing make a different taste? If it doesn't, if your taste buds or the taste you have with your gums and all of that, if it doesn't feel the same with your right hand as it does with your left, you're going to think that you're doing something wrong, even though you're doing something different. So when you're doing that, all 5 of your senses are totally immersed. That's why it's called immersion. All 5 of your senses are totally immersed in that activity or in that exercise of obtaining mindfulness without meditation. So when you're obtaining mindfulness, you are present in the moment. Like I said earlier, it's an exercise to bring your awareness fully present in the moment. When we sleep at night, our bodies rest. Our brain, our physical brain that's in our head, it gets a chance to rest. But our mind does not rest. Why? Because our mind is always distracted with everything that's going on. Social media, cars driving by, noises, distractions, smells, everything that's not focused on, everything that's not connected to one particular entity. We're being distracted. We're being pulled 5 different ways at 5 different times because our 5 senses are the gateways to our mind. So what we need to do to practice mindfulness without meditation is just to put all of your 5 senses load them up, put them in a focus cannon or a concentration cannon, and shoot all of your five senses right there at that one object. That's all that I have for today in my episode of awareness and mindfulness. This is my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. I am your personal high performance mindset coach and public speaker, Jay Hollingshed. This is episode 197. Before I leave, I got to remind you, I got to do it. I got to say it. Today, you've made an effort or an excuse in everything you've done. Every performance, you're either making an effort or an excuse. Let's recap your performances for today and make sure you made more of an effort than you have with excuses. Be well, stay blessed, and as always, through love, be a blessing. And I got to acknowledge other people that have tuned in. Tracy Miller, my frat brother, I appreciate you, man. Raymond Henry Sr., thank you for watching as well. Take care, everybody. God bless.